This is the exact process I used to build my first $10,000 a month business in 60 days after almost crashing and burning in my very first month. In this video, I'll walk you through the mistakes that nearly took me under and the key changes I made and how I turned things around, and I'm now hitting over 6 figures a month in my business. So if you're stuck in a 9-to-5 and looking for a scalable business model with low overhead and high cash flow, rental arbitrage is your answer. And I've helped others achieve incredible results with this exact system. If you don't know, rental arbitrage is, in simple terms, where you rent a property from a landlord and with the landlord's permission, furnish, photograph, and then rent the property out on a short-term basis to traveling nurses, business professionals, and families, making 2 to 4 times the rent and profit every single month. And the landlords allow you to do this because you can take far better care of their property than any long-term tenant ever could. So this is the exact same system I've used to get $150,000 per month, and the same system I've used to help my students like Nick, who went from making $0 to $20,000 a month in less than 3 months, or Sam, who secured 5 properties he does not own in 45 days, now making $30K a month, having quit his job. Or even Javi, who made $15K in his first 30 days after starting with 0% interest business credit. These results are real and achievable, but you need a proven system. Follow what I've done and you can hit these numbers as well. So first, I want to go over how I nearly failed in my very first month and what you can learn from it. So when I first discovered rental arbitrage, I was in a very low, very bad spot of my life. I was sleeping in the backseat of my truck, working 90 plus hours a week and surviving on $1,600 per month. I had tried everything: stocks, crypto, drop shipping, window tinting even, but nothing worked. I knew real estate could be the key to financial freedom, but with little savings and not the most awesome credit. I had decent, about 700, and I had no experience. I just felt stuck. Then I found rental arbitrage and everything just absolutely changed for me. And here's the beauty of this business model. There's no property ownership required. You lease a property from a landlord, furnish it, and then sublease it on a short-term basis. You leverage other people's properties to generate cash flow without down payments or mortgages or any of that involved. It's a scalable, low overhead business that relies on creativity and negotiation. I knew it was the solution I was looking for. So I hit the phones and I started cold calling landlords every single day, and most of them said no. They didn't trust the idea or didn't want their property used for short-term rentals, but with every rejection, I learned what landlords wanted to hear and I refined my pitch. Eventually, I got a yes that was all I needed. And I maxed out my personal credit cards to furnish the unit, rushed it to list it on Airbnb and Vrbo and all these platforms. And within a week, I got my first booking for 3 nights at $658. And I thought I had literally just cracked the code and had found an infinite money glitch. But by the end of the month, I had realized that I had underestimated everything. And from pricing to operations, I barely broke even and came dangerously close to falling behind on my credit cards that I just maxed out. If I didn't make changes fast, the whole thing was going to collapse on me. So how did I